More parents and educators in the UK are pushing to stop younger children from having access to smartphones. Some of the most common concerns: bullying, inappropriate content, and mental health, along with fears that phone dependence is affecting communication and concentration. The government is reportedly considering banning the sale of smartphones to children younger than 16. But the move isn't universally popular, as John Bevir finds out in the first of a three-part series on tech and children.
And they're all on TikTok.
After years of being asked, Daisy and her husband let their daughter have a smartphone at age 14. But a no social media rule that was agreed upon was quickly broken. Arguments followed and the phone was taken away.
Unless you're a genius on technology, or you've got all the time in the world to be monitoring a screen with them, which we don't. We're both working, and we relied on her trust. And I feel like the want, the need, the draw to be part of this massive social media, Snapchat, TikTok, whatever other platform, has kind of forced her will to lie to us, to deceive us.
Hiding apps on smartphones only takes a few clicks. Teaching yourself how to do it only takes a few minutes of online searching. It's a concern for many parents, especially as nearly a quarter of 5 to 7-year-olds in the UK now own a smartphone. The annual data published by communications regulator Ofcom also found that a third of 5 to 7-year-olds use social media unsupervised, and an increasing number have their own profiles despite being too young. Ben Knight is a father of 2 and a senior lecturer in education. He was also a primary school teacher for more than a decade. He thinks the pace of technological change is one of the issues when it comes to parents controlling their children's online presence.
I think that rapid change over what is just a few decades has meant that we, as a society, I quite like this expression, we're building the plane whilst flying it. You know, in many ways this is a live experiment. And a great many teachers, a great many parents, and perhaps a great many policymakers as well feel as though the grown-ups are struggling to catch up with the pace of change.
Banning the sale of smartphones to children younger than 16 is one option reportedly being examined by UK politicians. A Downing Street spokesperson declined to comment to CNA, but noted that the government has recently backed head teachers who prohibit phone use during the school day. Wider public opinion, though, is split. A poll in April of more than 4,000 people suggested 36% supported a ban, but 38% opposed it. Many cited a dislike of the government dictating what they could do. Another poll in March said parents are more in favour. 58% backed a smartphone ban, and that rose to 77% for those with children younger than 11. Many studies have said the potential harms of social media use by children include increased anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, or even suicide, along with body dysmorphia, eating behaviours, and a lack of sleep and poor sleep quality. But it's hard to prove correlation versus causation. Potential benefits include healthy connections with family and friends, learning opportunities, and space for self-expression.
An Online Safety Act has already been signed by the UK Parliament. It's supposed to ensure that social media companies limit harmful or illegal material that could be seen by children. It's also meant to enforce minimum age requirements for each site. But critics argue that it doesn't go far enough to keep children safe online.
Despite her daughter only being 5 months old, Miriam has already made conscious decisions about the role phones and tech will play in her child's early life. Other new parents she knows are also having similar conversations as they question the growing influence of technology on childhood.
When I was a child, once you left school and you were back in the family home in the evenings and weekends, your focus was there. And now you're carrying around a phone. And I think parents are just as guilty of it. You can be sat around the meal table and people can be looking at their phones. And they're being influenced by social media, or they're being influenced by a WhatsApp conversation that's going on with friends, and there might be an argument or a fallout, and then you're dealing with that. It's coming into the family space.
Smartphone-free childhood is one of a growing number of parent communities focused on this issue. It has thousands of members split across hundreds of WhatsApp groups. With questions about whether the government or tech firms are doing enough to help protect children, parents are looking to each other as they try and keep children safe in the face of ever-changing technology. John Bevir, CNA, Bristol, England.